Hey guys, welcome back to Historically Gaming. If you're new here, I am the Fit Historian, and today we are going to be doing a speed build of my Plaza. If you watched my Valley tour, you know that my Plaza was the home of my amusement park, but not anymore. I kind of tore it all down, but it's okay, we're gonna fix that today. It's time to get ready for the fall anyway, so she was definitely due for a makeover. Yikes. Don't worry though, we're going to do a final walkthrough at the end, but let's go ahead and first dive into our historic topic of the day, the profession of the knocker-up. Okay, so the question is, what is a knocker-up? Simply put, it's someone that wakes people up in the morning so they can make it to work on time, kind of like a human alarm clock. The knocker-up was a profession that emerged particularly in the industrial towns of Britain during the 18th and 19th century. Most often they were seen in small mill towns or in London where dock workers worked strange hours. Similar professions did pop up across European societies during the 19th century. British knocker-ups tended to use more subdued methods to wake their clients as to not wake any unintentional clients like neighbors. These more subdued methods include using long sticks and soft hammers to tap on windows, or even using pea shooters to shoot peas at windows. In some towns, even police officers would supplement their pay by picking up some knocker-up clients while doing their early morning patrols. While a portion of the knocker-ups were men, there were also a fair share of women participating in the profession as well. Some of the most well-known women employed as knocker-ups were Mary Smith and Molly Moore of London, Mary Filleroft of Manchester, and Mrs. Waters of Leeds. Now let's dive into these women a little closer and see what their lives were like as knocker-ups. Alright, let's begin with Mary Smith. Smith served in London in the late 19th century. Her signature tool was her iconic pea shooter. I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here of her and her pea shooter. For anyone that is just listening and doesn't know what a pea shooter is, it is basically a straw that you place a dried pea inside and blow into one end, and it would launch the pea at your target. In this case, someone's window. They're very similar to if you've ever shot a spitball with a straw in class in high school. I've never done that before, but I have had some classmates do that. Maybe. Anyway. Mary Smith had a reputation of being extremely reliable and refused to leave a client's window until they confirmed that they were awake by coming to the window and proving that they were already out of bed. Waking time for Mary was around 3 a.m. every day to go and wake her clients across East London. Smith was reported as being paid 6 pence a week by each client. After Smith retired, her daughter, Molly Moore, took over her mother's profession and began waking clients in East London. Alright, next up we're going to talk about Carolyn Jones. Carolyn Jones was a knocker-up in Poole, England. She was also known by the name Granny Cousins. I'll go ahead and insert a picture of her as well. She was a knocker-up for factory and brewery workers until around 1918. While she was popular and well-liked for her incredible dependability, she received her nickname Granny Cousins because she was seen as a grumpy grandma. Being a knocker-up was a dangerous profession, as you can imagine. Often knocker-ups had to walk around in the early hours while it was still dark outside and there's not a lot of people walking around. Because of this, Carolyn Jones was known to carry a whistle with her for the purpose of alerting any patrolling police officers if she ever encountered any danger. Alright, let's move on to our next knocker-up, Mrs. Waters. Mrs. Waters was one of the first knocker-ups in Leeds. Waters actually started in the profession by waking her neighbors that worked in local mills and other jobs. By her 5th year in the profession, it is said that Waters had around 95 clients that she woke every day. She believed that knocker-ups were more reliable than alarm clocks, and that it was too easy to turn off the alarm clock and go back to bed, whereas knocker-ups, their job was to ensure their clients awoke on time and would wait until their clients confirmed that they were out of bed. According to Mrs. Waters, knocker-ups used to knock on doors and ring the bells to wake their clients, but because of the noise, it began waking non-customers, which made them very upset. So as time went on, their tools of their trade leaned towards more quiet manners, such as those long sticks that could tap loud enough to wake the people on the other side, but soft enough not to disturb their neighbors. Knocker-ups were important because workers would not only be fined for arriving late at work, but it would also affect productivity of the concerned industries. What honestly makes the knocker-up industry interesting and unique is that while it was mainly a male-dominated field, women did participate and not only had the opportunity to participate, they did so on an equal playing field. Women knocker-ups were paid the same amount as their male counterparts. My best guess on why they were paid the same amount was because this wasn't a regulated profession and women were able to set their prices just as well as men. So they were able to set it the same as their male counterparts if they wanted to. Due to the spread of electricity and the price of alarm clocks decreasing and becoming more affordable for the average person, the profession of knocking up was all but lost in most places by the 40s and 50s. In the little pockets of industrial towns where it remained, it survived well into the 1970s, with the last knocker-up retiring around 1973 in Bolton. There's actually a video that I came across that I'll link in the description below, from the Manchester Metropolitan University Northwest Film Archive of a knocker-up from around 1946-1949, going up and down Burnley Street, waking some of his clients. Another cool thing I found was a tongue twister that was created that poses the question of who wakes the knocker-ups. This might be a disaster, but I'm going to give it a good try for you guys, so here goes nothing. We had a knocker-up, and our knocker-up had a knocker-up, and our knocker-up's knocker-up didn't knock our knocker-up up, so our knocker-up didn't knock us up, cause he's not up. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen so you guys can give it a try. It's honestly harder than it looks. I also came across a folk song about the profession by Mike Cavanin from Manchester. There's a YouTube video of Joe Steed performing the song to an American audience in the 1980s that I'll go ahead and link below as well. It's honestly a great listen, and I highly recommend checking it out if you like music history or folk music in general. Oh boy, that was a lot, but truthfully, that was just a super brief surface level dive into the world of knocker-ups and what the profession is. I'll go ahead and link my sources and other resources down below so you can look into everything a little bit further. I'll also include a newspaper interview that was done with Mrs. Waters on being a knocker-up. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that little thumbs up and the subscribe button, it really helps me out. Also, don't forget to ring the little bell when you subscribe so you can be notified when I post new content on here. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick walkthrough of the finished build. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a historic day. Bye!